Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment. You can listen to The Mike O'Mara Show at MikeO'MaraShow.com.
Well, what have we here?
It's a podcast.
Fine.
And what excitement we have today.
It's The Mike O'Mara Show with Mike O'Mara and Rob Spiewak. Now, here's Mike.
As we tape early this morning on Wednesday, it almost makes me feel like I'm doing a morning show again, but not quite, because that was a much different animal. But I, in celebration of Limerick Week, I have found myself waking up early and with limericks in my head. I mean, I suppose some could refer to that as dedication to the craft, that I wake up and I'm lying in bed and I'm not worrying and I'm not fretting and I'm simply thinking of limericks, and then I can't get back to sleep, and I realize you have to get your ass out of bed at 4:45 in the morning and get out to your, what I like to call the writing chair. And it's also the viewing chair, the internet surfing chair.
The napping chair.
And the napping chair.
The iPhone crushing chair.
Great deal of my life takes place in that chair. I jumped in because it is, it was Limerick Day, but I've...
Today,
week.
are
Yes.
they cleaner? Because I tried to run some of yesterday's limericks through AI and got restrictions on every one.
Oh.
AI is becoming a bit of a bitch. Yesterday, I was looking ahead to Father's Day, and I asked it to restore an old photo of me and my dad, because it's faded, because it was an actual photograph.
Right.
And they said, can't do it because there's a child in it.
Yes,
Okay, so they're kind of giving you the same kind of restrictions that platforms would give you?
Yeah.
Is that,
and were you
now I'm a little
nude
nervous.
in the picture?
Settle down.
I
No, the picture.
But I love your idea, because I think I thought of that. There have been a lot of different things popping up about restoration of Florida. It started probably with historical figures where they brought them to life, and the idea of doing that with a family member is kind of cool for me. I'd love to do that.
This is a classic old picture that I've seen my whole life. I'm like maybe 3 years old, and I'm clothed, and I'm at the side of the ocean, and my father's in the distance surfing. And it's a neat photo. But, it's mostly water and sky, and blues fade over the years when you're in a frame.
And they can enhance it?
They should be able to enhance it.
I think a different AI that's geared towards that role.
Maybe.
All right, let me see this. Let me get my eyes clear here early in the morning.
Yeah, it is early, isn't it?
And let me see.
But remember,
if I can do one of the AI bring history to life photos. All right,
Okay,
here we go. Let me see if I can. I'll have to bring the camera in just
please.
just a tiny.
Because
bit
you see
closer.
this, they make all like old presidents and statesmen, great people in history.
Yes, it's always the hands.
But no, hold on a second.
You got it.
I do too. I love it.
Did it?
And you
did
know
it
what?
do it justice?
Yeah.
That's good. That's
And
a good
have
thing.
you ever seen one? This is not so much with great historical figures, but like when they age like a motion picture star, like you're looking at 90-year-old Marilyn Monroe.
Yeah.
And the videos always end with them waving at you.
Yeah,
And they're not going to
Not
wave
quite
at you.
perfected yet.
No,
It
it's
will
not
be,
quite
though.
there.
It will
Yeah.
be. I mean, it's amazing what they can
And
do.
But I think we can still outthink them. Remember when I was trying to make myself be a corpse? And they said, we can't make you look dead. I said, can you make me asleep in a box? And they said, that we can do. So it's the same thing. You just got to
and it's
outwit
all
it.
learning how to talk to it.
Yeah.
So yesterday I made us babies for TikTok.
Which
loved
was
it.
spectacular,
And-
by the way.
and
If
that-
you haven't seen that on TikTok, check it out. It's
And
really
that's where I
funny.
really wanted the baby reading the limericks.
But the thing
And
is,
I
they kept
see,
giving
yeah.
me errors.
now when they do that, the babies you used,
Yes.
and it seems like they were kind of semi-generic babies with the
Yes.
right, as opposed to like a Goodfellas scene. You know, when they use
Yes.
Well,
the
are
process-
you capable of generating our
Like
faces?
the Irishman.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. No, the process was that I first had it make images of us as babies. And that was the first image, and then going in and having it animate.
Spectacular.
Would it have blocked you if you had bleeped some of the content?
What
was
no,
that?
it probably would have allowed that. That's the kids getting ready for school.
What are
John-
Here's
oh,
the photo I made of Mike as a baby.
I had far too cute for me as a baby,
Did
and
that
I was
not look
not.
like
I believe
you?
it or not, I had a lot of hair as a baby.
The-
I also
all
did.
over?
It did its best job with matching your shirt.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think so.
Where
All
it is
right,
your
all right.
shirt.
Very good.
And also,
Very
Mike
good.
used that mic for years at WAVA. That
I
brand
did.
of Fisher
It was,
Price microphone.
And then
Now
there's
that's
Rob.
better. That's better.
Rob, I thought Rob was very good.
Because the head is longer and the forehead is larger.
Thank you.
Right.
I
The
think
hands
that
are
was
too small.
That was a better one.
Yeah.
Now, if you really wanted to make a funny one, yours should have a beard on it, Josh.
Mine does not have a beard, but
But it's
did
got a
add
faux
the
hawk.
mohawk.
And you know what?
So
Cutest of the three babies. Once
as
again.
usual.
well, it's
Yeah,
AI.
as usual.
AI loves me.
I don't
As
know
it always
why.
is.
I don't. Why do you think that is?
You know,
I
when
have
you go
no
to
idea.
our cartoon now, which by the way, I prefer, but I still have the Mike Ehrmantraut nose.
I'm glad that you you noticed that after the fourth day.
No, I noticed it. We talked about it. Remember? We had a
Yes.
discussion about it. Was it off air
But-
or on air?
It had
We
to be
know-
off
no,
there, I think.
No, we discussed the cartoon. But Mike, do you know that we have replaced the puppets in the countdown?
Yeah.
With the cartoon.
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
That we have
Yeah.
not talked about.
But
Because
you
haven't mentioned
I've
it.
seen before you replaced it. I saw
Yes.
that cartoon and I was giving my thumbs up. But can I get to my limericks, please?
We're not stopping you.
I'd like to share them now. These start out benign as usual and end with something that'll piss people off.
Did you know,
In
Mike?
fact, there are two limericks in here that might piss people off.
3 times 3 be 9.
Look at how much he loves that. Wow. You ready for the first one?
Please.
No one said that life always would be. I have to start again. 'cause
Oh,
he was
clear your
giggling. Hold on. Are you done chortling at your B9?
No, I'm chortling over the fact that it was the bad joke followed by the stinger. It was
All right.
so okay. I shall resume and compose myself.
Thank you. No one said life would always be fair. Winning streaks are incredibly rare. It can't always be sunny. Your jokes can't always be funny. And Rob Spiewak no longer has hair.
Well, you know what, Mike? I can only give that maybe like a 7 of 10.
Yeah, that was not. I start with the weakest and finish
Because,
with I
yeah, Mike-
enjoyed the most.
Close with the best one. That's the
Right.
advice. Oh, here we go.
There are some things you cannot debate, like a swan always has just one mate, or that Elon owns Twitter, or that Mike's always bitter, or that Oscar will always be late. Sorry. So it's been over a year, but I still have to.
And also, you know what that is? That's sort of, even though someone say, hey, dated, you say, no, timeless. How about that? I like that one. That might have been a better opener if we were to restack.
Yeah, I don't talk about him very often, but I just probably in my early morning quiet reflections, sometimes I will think about the past, and I don't want to give any real detail, but I will alert the listeners that I got all pissed off again. Anyway, that's,
Does that happen
that's-
with any other coworkers?
Not really.
Wow.
No, because it's it's like a death in the family. It fades with time.
Sure.
That's it.
I hear you.
Ready for the next
Yeah.
one? All right. Frankly, I think it's insane. And I just really have to complain. Tell them it's a hard pass, shove it right up their ass, and say no to their beautiful plane. That's for our, that's for our president.
I knew
Thank
that
you.
was coming.
What a perfect stinger that was. That was just timeless. Timely, rather. That was really, you enhanced the limerick with that America the Beautiful stuff.
Well, it's Stars and Stripes Forever. I just
Right
tried to think ahead. That's all.
all right,
right.
now I
Kill it.
yes.
You gave the clue that you'd upset people about it, so we knew
That's
the jet was
that's the
coming.
minor upset though, because I think most people agree we shouldn't take the plane. So that's not
Yeah.
super controversial.
I think we should
in
give back
fact,
the
the next
plane.
one's not controversial either. It's the last one that's going to really piss.
Oh, I
Oh,
thought
I
we
think
only
the-
had 3 today.
No, we have 4.
Oh my goodness, this is exciting, isn't it?
How many have I had here? 1, 2, or do we have 5? Did I
What do you think about the crackpots that are saying we should give back the plane and the Statue of Liberty?
I didn't catch that one.
Yeah,
I
well,
wasn't
it was a
watching-
gift from France, you know?
I wasn't watching Newsmax.
I think we should use the plane for deportations.
Oh, I think that's
There you
Load
go.
them all up and
Yeah.
send them right back
he
to
satisfies his people. That's great. So that's my limerick for the current president. All right, ready? This one I like.
Yeah.
Not controversial. I think
Now
most
hold it.
people can
When
agree.
you say this one I like, does that mean the other three are like stepchildren? You don't like them as much?
They're definitely, they build. In fact, they build when I'm writing them too. They build, and because my brain says, okay, those are just, they rhyme, but that's about it.
This
right?
is like behind the actor's studio.
Yeah.
When you go
the
to
serious
heaven.
business of limericks.
When you go to heaven, what
I don't
want to
leave I don't want to leave our audience with limericks that will just be. It's like bad fiction. It's in the brain and out of the brain.
You
This
want
next one might
to
be better.
give them something to think about.
All right. This is a little more traditional lyric rhythm too. Ready? While taking a walk in the city, a girl looked incredibly pretty. She was stunning and tall, and the best part of all is she never would have to meet Diddy. Thank you. See, you like that one more.
That's going to be hard to. You know what that is?
Oh, it's not going to beat this one,
Josh.
I
That is
guarantee
what
you
we put in the file. Current events limericks.
That's it.
Biting is today's headlines, right?
And really,
don't save that one for next year.
It
won't work, right?
And now I hold in my hand, ladies
Yes.
and gentlemen,
Mm-hmm.
the final limerick.
Now we have to clap, Josh.
No, what? Yeah, that's right. Or
I was
play
going to wait to see if it
sound
was
effect
good,
of
but okay.
cheering.
Yeah. And my whole boy, may a bird visit your iced tea and leave you an egg.
I have the final limerick here.
Okay.
Ready? Mm-hmm. The Cardinals have chosen the best. Pope Leo has just passed the test. Now it's time to leave Rome and return to your home and find new kids that you can molest. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. I'm here all week, everybody. Hope you like those
Poetry
limericks
Corner.
today. Yes.
Join us
It's not
next
Poetry
week.
Corner, it's limericks. And it's
You're right.
not
What-
Limerick Corner. Do not diminish it by calling it Limerick Corner.
Mike, what I was going to say is
My
that maybe
God.
if we
work
folks-
harder on getting like applause and stingers and soundboards that are
It
ready at
wasn't
the
90
fingers to go
seconds
to
ago
enhance.
that you were
like,
cheering
you
my
know how
soundboard.
because you enhanced the bit.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Where's your molestation stinger?
disgusting is
the
what that is.
molestation thing.
But you see,
the
I was-
molesters.
I didn't wanna- I didn't
That's
wanna
a great
diminish-
50s band. Yeah, don't. All right, don't.
I didn't want to diminish by calling it a corner, but what I'm saying is maybe next week you could do a sonnet.
No,
No,
it's
it's
Limerick
Limerick
week.
Yeah, and next week could be sonnet week.
Don't improve. Just.
I
don't.
never have.
No, next week is Rob's off week.
God. Yeah, where are you going? You're staying home and going to your
No, he's going
kid's
to West
graduation.
Virginia.
I'm going to go to your house, Mike.
You're not going to go to West Virginia all week.
No. But I imagine there'll be at least 2 trips up there in addition
Well,
to
what
the,
have you? Is there? I mean, I don't want you on your time off to not recharge your batteries and do something
Well,
pleasurable.
doing that, you know what? That to me is sort of something that recharges my batteries.
It's a road trip, right?
Yeah, a road trip with my son back and forth. It's fun. And then there may be a couch picked up in the southern part of our state, so we'll see. The
Like
thing
a new couch for your home.
no, a couch, because Robert is moving back home. Now we have, the you're not allowed to call it a master bedroom anymore. We have the main bedroom where Carrie and I are, and then
Primary bedroom.
primary
is the
bedroom.
Why
proper
can't you
name
call it a I mean, is that
Because
politically
that's
incorrect?
slavery.
Slavery talk, yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What? I miss these. If I'm
This
not
is-
paying attention, I miss these.
This is
Squeeze
relatively
me?
recent. Yeah.
Yeah. They go through this every few
You
years.
mean the
with a
master
few
bedroom
rooms.
refers to the master of the plantation?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Jesus, is that where it originated from?
I believe so.
Well, can someone please Google master bedroom and let's discuss this. I'm
and when
sorry,
you get
it's
to
new
master
to me.
and the letter B, make sure you don't use autocomplete.
Yeah, that's different.
That is
Yeah.
different. But
Master
we
of
have-
your domain.
We have then 2 smaller bedrooms, and it used to be Julia and Robert. So Robert moving back home is going to actually take Julia's room to be his bedroom, and the other room is going to be like an office and where he does his gaming, because these are small rooms. They're 10 by 10.
where he does his game. He's a grown up now.
Mike, he's making a career out of it right now.
Yeah, we hope.
Oh, that's the first time we've gotten that negativity.
I'm sorry. I mean, it's kind of,
Wow.
I'm sorry. Perhaps it was because I went by at the farmer's market when I was up visiting my daughter. I went by the skateboard booth.
Yeah, okay, well, he's not doing that.
Okay.
But-
Catherine, you will remember, dated way back when
Yeah.
a guy that was choosing that as his career.
Yeah, but that
I'm
was so long
old-fashioned,
ago,
Rob.
Mike. It was so long ago. He was a gamer, but his game was Boggle.
That's it. Exactly.
No, but keep in mind, he's already found
He's proven
employment,
it.
paid employment in this field. So I mean,
good. Okay. So he's working.
Yeah. But he's going to turn that into, and so my dad has a couch that he's been trying to get rid of in the Eastern Shore, which is really cool. It's a very modern looking yellow suede couch, sort of a minimalist couch, but it folds into like a bed. Thanks.
It's a suede couch.
You know what you are?
I'm just having fun. I'm just having fun.
It is early, and it shows on you.
No, I'm just having fun. I'm having a little fun. Come on,
All right.
think of a yellow suede couch.
Mike,
Sounds like a fart.
No, you'd love it. It's so cool and modern, and then it has a ratcheted back, so it can fold into like a bed. So, but he wants
so it's like a futon.
Sort of, yeah. But he wants that for his office. So if he has people over to game, which he does, they have a place to sit. So we may go grab that.
Rob was a little, when he was asking to collect this from his dad, he was a little heavy-handed. I thought, for somebody that's giving something away, I thought Rob didn't need to speak like that.
You jack with me, and you'll be gone before you know it.
That's not.
Actually,
that was not acceptable, Rob.
Bob and Kathy have been trying to get rid of this couch for like a year. So it's going to be good for everyone all around. But the thing I am most looking forward to.
And by the way, I poke fun. I love your son.
Of
and
course.
Your son and I have long conversations.
Yes.
But the fact that he's moving back into the house, well, I can sum it up with this.
Twitter.
Oh, I don't think it's that.
I'd move back too if I was given 2 rooms in the house.
Yeah.
Wow, he gets 2.
Yeah. So he's got the bedroom, and it's going to have what is ostensibly
You're
his
jacked
office.
to have him come
I
back.
can't wait. But the thing I am most looking forward to actually begins this Friday when I go see for the 3rd time one of my favorite artists of all time in concert, and I have
Stevie Wonder.
No, Herb Alpert is doing his first tour with the brass in
He's
like
still
20
alive?
years.
I'll talk all day about Stevie Wonder, but we don't need Herb.
Well, you're going to get a recap of Herb.
99-year-old Herb Alpert.
He's 90 years old, and you be nice. You be
Okay,
nice.
I will. Okay.
But for 90, he puts on a great show, and this is the first time he's toured with the brass in like
Do you have to take
30
your
years.
kids to school, Josh?
Not yet. But I'll try to stay awake as he talks about Herb Alpert.
Yeah,
Only
it's
when he
gonna be
talks about-
hard.
Did you
It's
hear
gonna-
me yesterday when he was talking about Stevie Wonder?
Oh,
And then
you
he
were
put
excited.
then he put the short up, the unfunny short up about Stevie Wonder too, which was fine. It's his prerogative.
Which
to
was
do
the
that.
unfunny
puts
when he
about-
changed his voice?
It's
No,
yeah.
I put it up.
Oh, you put it up.
I
Okay.
put it up.
Well, that's because you're pals. Come on.
No, it's
I'm
because
trying to make a living here.
no,
trying
it's
to feed
because
the
I
family.
thought maybe
for
Stevie
Christ's sake.
Wonder would trend on TikTok.
Yeah. Did it?
I don't know.
Well,
No
find
idea.
out. You know.
I know that for some reason a stupid
I
discussion
like
about
Stevie Wonder.
Costco granola bars went gangbusters on
yes,
TikTok.
it did. Yeah.
I don't understand
Thank
TikTok.
you.
Yeah.
That's it.
Well,
Thank
to
you very much.
to put a pin in this,
trendy
Mike,
as today's headlines, right here,
Right, Costco.
right
Yeah.
here. ladies
no
and
one else
gentlemen.
is writing limericks about the Pope.
I bet you. Show me any podcast that's writing limericks. By the way, if you like that one,
You know, if they ever did Vatican III, if they really re-upped the liturgy, I think they should include limericks.
first you get down on your knees, fiddle with your rosaries, bow your head in great reflection.
Genuflect. What did you lose your limericks?
Well, I think the Catholic guilt made me fold up one of them.
Oh no! Oh, that's gonna help.
The Cardinals have chosen the best. Pope Leo has just passed the test. Now it's time to leave Rome and return to your home and find new kids that you can molest.
See, that's you know what? The second time is not even. There you go, Mike.
Oh, okay. This is it. This is
First you get down on your knees,
Vaughn.
fiddle with your
Tom Lehrer.
rosaries,
Tom Lehrer.
bow your head with great respect, and genuflect.
you play this. It's the Vatican Rag, 1960s.
Do whatever steps you want if you have cleared them with the pontiff. Everybody say his own Kyrie eleison, doing the Vatican Rag.
It's a real deep Catholic kind of thing. Sounds like he's a Catholic, doesn't it, Rob?
Oh, gotta be. Yeah.
Yeah. I like this. This is a
And
real
good,
oldie but
good
good.
piano player.
I don't think we'll get flagged for
Get
this.
in line in that processional, step into that small confessional. They're the guy who's got religion'll tell you if your sin's original. If it is, try playing it safer. Drink the wine and chew the wafer. 2, 4, 6, 8. Time to transubstantiate. So get down upon your knees, fiddle with your rosaries, bow your head with great respect and genuflect, genuflect, genuflect. Make a cross on your abdomen. When in Rome, do like a Roman. Ave Maria, gee, it's good to see you. Getting ecstatic and sort of dramatic and doing the Vatican right.
Now
That is Tom
that's a
Lehrer
throwback.
from
That holds up in my
from
opinion.
his album That Was the Year That Was. And I remember the first time I heard that, being brought up a Catholic, I felt like I discovered something so naughty. I mean,
And would
worse
it be
than
fair?
F words and sex content. You know,
Would
it
it
was-
be fair to say, for all of you Mark Russell fans,
Yes.
Mark Russell was not an original act. That was Mark. That was
Also,
Mark Russell's act before Mark.
Mark Russell wasn't funny. So sad.
Yeah,
But
so-
Mike,
yeah, go
talking
ahead.
about it, yeah, I plan to recharge, and it's hard to recharge when I'm away from you guys, but I shall try.
Yeah. Anything besides like hauling stuff around?
Yeah, you know the pool.
You know what
open
I'm
that
fishing for here.
There's an extra set of clubs in the house.
Oh, that's right.
That's true.
right.
That's true.
Oh, by the way, I was able to. They grow so fast that I had a really
Golf
nice
clubs grow?
No, kids.
Oh, okay.
I really had a nice set of kids golf clubs, and it's just amazing how fast they grow because he's grown out of them, and so I was I have pretty much traded in my last golf club where I have now traded them all in, and after this bit of store credit,
Yeah.
at my favorite little golf store, the Golf Shop and Casual Store, downtown Fort Myers. I'll give them a plug. I will.
Why is it also
done.
a casual store?
Because it's clothing. It's a ton of clothing, primarily for women on the left side, and then it's a full-fledged golf store.
Just
on the-
liberal women?
no,
Women
it's-
on the left side?
No, it's this really big space and a lot of clothing.
It's to keep the wives busy.
It's that
That's
but
actually
it's
probably right,
sportswear.
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
sportswear, so it's golf and tennis, that type of stuff. And then a really nice. And I just hit it off with these people, and there's never much of a negotiation because the guy's extremely fair, and it tells me what he can give me for this and that. And once again,
I bet the golfing stuff is for him. That's like a pleasure side, and then the clothes are what probably pay the rent.
I really don't know because I think their golf store is probably the busier of the two, and it's small and it's two things. And now I have trade, and they were able to get my kid online order the set of kids clubs, and that's his early birthday present. And I got them by trading in clubs that would just sit in the garage.
Do you
So I
know
was
any
very
short?
happy about
Do you
that.
know any short men you could give his old clubs to?
I don't. I think in the day, almost all kids' golf clubs were cut down adult clubs that they
I'm
would give
sure.
to kids, or the kids would just choke up.
Yeah.
Right down. So I'm very excited because the summertime, at least the way we envision it here, gentlemen, I'm in control, will be spent with my kid. He's not going to a camp. He's coming up to Maine with us, and then by the end of the summer, he'll probably be doing some baseball stuff. But he's going to be spending the summer with me. Essentially, that's what we're going to do. And when I get done doing this, I will be out there with him 3, 4, 5 days a week. Where
I look
we're going
forward
to get
to-
him ready for his golf team.
I look forward to getting a photo from him this summer of him holding today's newspaper, saying "Help."
Do you have a course up in Maine that you play?
Not particularly. No. It's not. It's not
Just
an
hit
area
balls into
that
the
is-
water.
I'm not on the water.
Oh, that's right. You're not at that house
You
anymore.
gotta hit it
No,
really
I
hard.
no longer have a rooting interest for that home. Nor does my sister.
Really?
Nor does my cousin Teddy.
Who has? Then that almost leaves exclusivity to one person, doesn't it?
3 of them.
Okay. Oh, God, still 3. Oof.
And then there were 3.
Yeah. There might be.
And I'll just say this once because it's close to going up there.
Yeah.
Like they always wanted to be. Anyway, sorry. I'll shut
That's
up.
all right.
I don't want to
That's
do.
all
I don't
right.
want to do that. I sometimes stuff slips and I get in trouble. I
Could
don't wanna
you
get in trouble.
could you sneak over and hit
Oh,
balls
I
into the
mean,
bay?
I could make a phone call and pop in anytime I wanted to.
Okay, good.
That's the way
Or
it is. I just have not
Fireworks
had
into the house.
What's that?
Hit some golf clubs into the bay and fireworks towards the house.
Probably that
Golf
might
balls,
be frowned
yeah.
upon. You know, I mean,
What if you left a bag of dog poo on fire on their front porch and rang the bell?
Be a fire hazard. You know that place, Rob.
Oh,
It's
that
a
place, you go up like
piece
a
of balsa
tinder
wood.
box.
Go up
just
like
don't light it.
You know, it's kindling, Rob. Come on. That's,
Any hunks of roof slide off lately?
I have not. I would not be aware. I ask because I'm not. You know where I am up
Yeah.
there. Have you been to where I am up there? Have
I've
you,
not seen your house. I've
I
seen
am
the
now
family house.
2 miles, 2.5 miles away from down there.
Oh, I
am
thought you
more
were
inland.
closer in.
I'm not. It's not inland, but I am further down
Deeper.
the coast.
Right, yeah.
But I'm not on the coast. I'm about, I would say, a quarter of a mile from the ocean.
So
from
if you
where
were
I am.
driving on the road, and I won't be specific, if you're driving on the road to get to your family's old homestead
Yes.
and it's on your right, okay?
Yes.
You go past it?
No, you turn before you get to that point.
Oh,
of
so
land.
so that's deeper in
Yes.
than your house. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But I love
think-
where I am. I love where I am very, very
because
excited.
it gives you access to the family homestead, but minimal chance of unintentional contact.
Yeah. Yeah.
Perfect,
So
yeah.
really getting ready, already thinking about that. The whole show is doing a tremendous amount of traveling in the next couple of months, and we're all going to do pieces together and see where we are and how it works. And it's a work in progress. But I will tell you that I am looking forward, as you are, to the journey. But at the same time, the idea of being a pet caretaker. I have a friend outside of Boston who asked for a visit, and I was able to steer the conversation into a breakfast as
Yeah.
opposed to an overnight, because I don't want to burden people
With a dog?
With dog. Even though I have crates, I'm going to my sister's. My sister doesn't even know, but they're going to be crated. They're not going to be. I'm not going to. There will not be any chance of soilage in anybody's.
How do they ride in the car?
Yeah, how
Are
do
they
you
rated in the car?
Winslow does fine, and I think Stubby does fine. We've taken them in cars enough.
How's Carlo?
Are they free
Carla
in-
throws up constantly.
Yeah, always, yeah.
Are they free or crated in the car? Or do you
They
have the
will
little
be
dog seatbelts?
They will be free in the car. They will be
Oh,
free in the
Linus wanders all over the car.
car.
It's tough
I
to
think
drive with
I
him.
don't think we'll, because we will be crating them at a couple of locations. My sister's place, and then I don't know. It's a long journey.
Where will Michael be crated?
Michael will be crated on top of the car like Aunt Edna from the Vacation movie.
After she died.
That's the way. Speaking of my son, my son is at the end of his little league for the spring and is now playing in the championship 3-game series. They lost last night, and my son pitched, gave up 1 or 2 runs, and unfortunately, the team that they played, the coaches get them to maintain the bats on their shoulders, and so they were able to get a few more walks than we were, and they were able to field better than our team fielded, and they edged us out. But I would say that there are 2 more games, and I'd say there's a solid chance that we can come back tonight. This is not a dominating thing here, but it's tough. I have.
Please
achieved-
also use Mike's comments for the Washington Capitals.
Yes. They did they lose?
Yeah.
Last night they lost.
I believe so. I'll give you the final score. in a
Were they
sec. Hold on.
eliminated? Last
They're not
night?
eliminated yet, I don't think.
Is it 3-1?
Could be. Yeah, hold
Okay,
on.
double check that. I will say that. Yeah.
No, that was Monday. They lost 5-2.
That's
But they
what I was
didn't play
thinking of.
last night.
I don't see a game for
All
last
right.
night.
I didn't think they played last night, but I don't pay enough attention, and I should.
I think
And
they played
Carolina's
again.
leading 3-1.
Yeah, and they play tomorrow at 7 p.m. That's
All
their
right.
next game.
Getting back to the game, I have achieved calm. I have achieved an ability to not to sit there with my sunflower seeds and
What
not,
flavor?
Plain, and that's the one they sell at the ballpark.
Traditional.
So I really, really was able to handle it. My kid asked me to chill. I totally chilled. It was all positive. Like, come on, Michael, you can do this. Guy got mad at him one time when he swung at the first pitch that was about 5 feet over his head, made contact, but it was a ground out, and he shouldn't have swung at that pitch. A lot of that last night. A lot of this swinging at high pitches.
Do you think that's when they get just a little anxious and excited? What causes that? Because it's
I
not
think
a normal thing,
in
right?
baseball, as opposed to it is a question of patience, that you wish to be the hero. You wish to get it. It's more fun to get a hit than it is to walk.
Yeah, it's the person.
The team that they're playing, I'm trying to think. They wear orange jerseys.
The San Francisco Giants.
It is
Must
not
be.
the same. It's another team.
Do they
It's,
also wear black?
They're black.
Then
they're black
it's-
caps.
So that's the Cubs, right?
No, it's the
No.
Orioles. They're playing the Orioles. It's the Marlins against the Orioles. My kid's team is the Marlins, and that's it. And I wonder sometimes because of the angle of the sun, we put our chairs over in the belly of the beast, and the participation from the Orioles parents. I will say 50%, maybe 100% more. There are many more parents and grandparents and everything on that side, whereas our smattering of parental involvement is much more limited. So
What causes
you-
this?
I don't know.
Are you the type of parent that buys a T-shirt for whatever team your kid's on?
That would be a hard no. Absolutely not. No. Do
I used to buy
How do you?
T-shirts of
Let
a-
me ask him. How do you
Yeah.
feel about that?
No, I think that's good.
You think it's
there's-
good to wear a jersey?
I think no, I don't think you have to.
Okay.
I think there's parents that'll go and buy the official jersey that matches exactly with the
Right.
kids, and then it'll be parents who, the kid's on the Orioles, I'll buy an Orioles shirt. The kid's on the Brewers, I'll buy a Brewers shirt.
No, I don't feel that's necessary. But I think that if he played for the Red Sox in Little League, I'd be able to grab a cap or two. Although I'm limited now, I don't have my Red Sox caps that I've gotten rid
What
of. Them
happened
over the
to 'em?
years.
You got rid of them?
They get old and they get ratty, and
That
I chuck 'em.
so belongs at MikeO'MaraShow.com. Game
you mean-
worn apparel from our host.
No, it's not necessary.
And you could frame it yourself.
Sure, frame it and sign it. That's
How
what
do you
I,
frame a
should do.
hat? I guess you need like a shadow box. Shadow
Let
box.
me ask, ma'am, how do I frame a hat?
Hey, everybody, this is Reba McEntire.
Oh, when she
Not a
frames
cowboy
hats,
hat.
they're huge. They come off the wall like 18 inches.
So, pretty significant loss last night, and we'll see what happens. They play again tonight, and if they happen to win, they go to tomorrow. If they lose tonight, that's it. Oh, that'll be painful.
That will.
That'll be painful.
But let me remind-
tears
like,
will come, I'm sure.
This
if,
will help when I tell you that Happy's Place airs on NBC every Friday night and is on.
exciting.
It's on Peacock
I
the
think it's been
following day.
canceled.
I couldn't.
No,
be
they
more
renewed
excited.
it. Remember?
Oh, that's right. We had
That's
that
right.
video.
Because people love excellence. That's why Reba stays on television.
Absolutely,
Mm-hmm.
absolutely. So anyway, that covers it. One last thing about sports that I wanted to cover.
Mm-hmm.
Hats off to the diligent, quality highlight people that allow me to follow multiple sports, even with a early bedtime and an early rising time, because I'm able to knock it out. And as I said to Josh, if the Red Sox are in need of relief help, I was able to figure that out. Went to bed as the game went to extra innings, and woke up to see them lose to the Detroit Tigers. And I wouldn't be able to do that with those hardworking, middle-of-the-night people that put those delightful highlights together
you
for
feel like-
hockey and for football and for baseball. It's the new way of watching sports.
Do you think you're missing out, though, when you don't see the entire game?
Yes.
Okay.
But if you are in a pinch and you
Yes.
have to do that, and by the way, it allows you to, cover everything. You can, if you're a sports fanatic, you can
Yeah.
do that. Much easier to do sports talk now with all of that. You
Did-
can do
And
that.
now it's time to announce our new format change starting on Monday. Sports
Yeah.
Talk with
all
Mike O'Mara.
sports highlights all the time. Ooh, excuse me.
Mike O'Mara, speaking of sports and
Ooh.
gas.
And
Well,
gas. There you go.
And I think that highlights being moved to the internet is what destroyed ESPN and Sports Center.
Well, yeah, and
Because you didn't
Sports
have
Center,
to wait for the loops in the morning. anymore.
Sports Center destroyed George Michael's sports machine. It's
Well,
all just modernizing
Yeah,
things.
But-
did you
yeah,
see
and-
ESPN's announcement yesterday
What's ESPN's announcement?
that they are in the fall? You will be able to subscribe directly to ESPN without a cable company. You can just get ESPN.
Just the
So it's-
channel.
So it's a
Just the
streaming
channel.
service,
It's a
essentially.
streaming service, but it's just the regular ESPN.
So it's not like the ESPN you get with the Hulu bundle.
No,
it's the
that
pure
is separate.
feed.
You have
Yeah.
to spend another $12 a month if you want to add that onto your ESPN package.
Wow.
Would I be coarse
How
and
much?
cruel if I said that the elimination of Sports Center is not a bad thing at all? I never was a fan, to be honest.
Too
with
much.
you.
There was too much host in it for you.
Too much host jargon.
I-
And then when they stopped being funny,
I enjoyed it with Stuart Scott.
What's that?
It was Stuart Scott back in like the 90s, early 2000s. I enjoyed it.
I didn't.
And then but
he
it
was also
my,
he was a sort of a jerk in real life. Stuart
yeah,
Scott,
I guess it was
so.
also my only way to see other teams.
Well, yeah,
baseball highlights.
when it was the only
So-
game in time. But as Rob pointed out, when it becomes about the anchor,
the host, yeah.
and and the jargon and bank, you don't need it. Sorry,
Right. I agree.
I'd much rather see it condensed.
Yeah.
And in 15 minutes to get an entire game, an entire baseball game in particular, in 15 minutes is spectacular.
Yeah.
I love that, and the
They
NFL
should do the
even
same
better.
thing. They should do the same thing with Broadway musicals because who has the time?
They should
If
do
they-
the same thing
They,
with
they
this
do.
show.
You just buy the soundtrack.
However, if you tried to edit out all the extraneous stuff on this show, you'd have no show.
Oh, I don't know about that. I think if you did
it's
a
all
highlight,
extraneous.
no, I think we make a
Just look at
few
our
valid
TikTok.
points every day.
It's about 60 seconds of an episode up there.
You could get 5 minutes of highlights out of every show. Don't you think?
It'll be fine.
Why not?
I bring up the ESPN streaming service. How much do you think is a good price for one channel like ESPN?
Okay, I can only equate it to having a go-to channel that you want to watch,
Yes,
right.
like what you check. And mine would be Turner Classic Movies, and I would pay $15 a month for Turner Classic Movies. So I'll say 15.
I would pay $45 a month for the Mike O'Mara show.
Yeah, well, yeah, I'd pay $2,000 a month for the Michael
Yeah.
Mara show.
There you
Good
go.
boy.
But I would not pay $30 a month for ESPN.
Wow, that's a lot.
I might
That's
as well
greedy.
pay for cable.
That's greedy. Yeah, it is.
$15 a month for TCM?
Yeah, I would.
Is that how much it costs?
No, you can't get it just
Get it in
a
a
la carte.
package.
What I can do is I can stream it live from my phone if I want to, so I can check that. And then they put up maybe 200 movies on the Max app that I can access.
I get my I'm laughing because I get my Red Sox Nesson
Yeah.
on one of those hinky services.
You
And
see, you shouldn't
we're
even
going to the
talk
bottom
about
of the 10th inning right now, and black screen. Dark. Just dark.
Why
And
don't
now
you use- why don't
Rappy
you use
Never's
the
coming up.
actual MLB app.
Ooh. What's that?
Baseball makes it
I-
so easy.
Yeah, but I think that you could make a case for the fact that this particular service is when it's working,
Yeah.
user friendly for me.
Yeah,
How much
okay.
do you pay for the MLB thing?
Nothing. It's free if you have T-Mobile.
Oh, it is.
Do
Yeah,
you
it
have
is.
T-Mobile? I forget what cable
I do.
company, what phone
I
company
do.
you're with.
I believe it. Yes, it's free. I think you can still get it.
Let me
It was
call,
free. Basically,
T-Mobile.
every March they put it
Hello,
up for free.
T-Mobile. Are you
Hey,
there?
everybody, this is Reba McEntire.
Oh, she's very good. Remember, Friday
I'm
nights and the
calling that
following Monday.
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. I have T-Mobile, so I'm happy.
I have
about
American Telephone and Telegraph, so I'm not getting that.
I now have T-Mobile and Mint Mobile.
that. You have Mint too?
I have Mint, and
like
I am
Mint?
testing it out, and I might switch to Mint.
All right.
Wow. That's cool.
It's very impressive.
Oh,
It's
wow.
Ryan Reynolds' company, right?
Yeah, he hand delivered the phone to me.
And
you might
gave
want
a
to
bottle of
think. You might
gin.
want to think about sponsors that you support on this show. Might be a good idea.
Like Mint Mobile.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're an upcoming sponsor.
I know. That's why I'm saying
That's
to
why-
Rob.
no.
But Rob says when Rob says American Telegram and Telegraph, that is how long have you had it?
Since I got a cell phone. I know it was before 9/11 because I was on
never Verizon, never
No.
T-Mobile, never Cricket.
never Cricket, never a button, never a phone that just has 9 buttons.
But why
on
do
it.
you
No.
stay with AT&T?
They have bent their fees in our direction to keep our business. They get a discount for being a teacher. Carrie gets a discount for being a teacher.
Okay.
Also, HBO comes with it, I think. And
right. That's
I
good.
like them. They've never done anything to displease me, so why change?
They displeased me with their monthly fees. That's what it was. Couldn't stand them. Hated them. And
Did
that's
you
why I
go
went
in
over
with
to
a winning
T-Mobile.
attitude, Mike? Maybe
No,
they
I
hate
went to
you too.
T-Mobile because they had a great offer, and I reduced my bill by more than half.
But AT&T, did you go in saying I hate you, I hate you, I hate you?
Never went to AT&T. Had AT&T and went to T-Mobile.
Oh, you
That's
see,
what
you
I
could
did.
have saved that relationship if you had
I've-
just gone in the store.
Not
I've
interested.
had them all, and now T-Mobile is irritating me with fees, which is why Mint Mobile.
Mint Mobile is
now
going to
mine.
be my
Yes.
next switch. I urge everyone on the show to consider it.
Well, what
Might
I'm
be a good
noticing
idea.
is, so I have Mint Mobile in the same phone as it's just both on my iPhone. So it shows in the top corner, it shows 2 bars of like how many
your
bars you have.
signal strength,
It has
yeah.
1 signal strength for T-Mobile, 1 for Mint. And what I'm noticing is that it's always the same.
Always the same.
Wow.
And let's do this. When they come on board, and they're coming up pretty soon here to be a sponsor on the
couple
show,
weeks.
do this. It's an idea I got when I woke up when I was writing my limericks.
Mhm.
This is the idea I have. Hi, I'm Mike O'Mara from Mint Mobile. I like my phones like I like my chocolate chip ice cream. Mint. How's
Stick
that
to
work?
limericks, I think.
Is that right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And you'll stick to AT&T, right? Nothing will drag you away from it.
Why
will
would
it?
you say that, Mike?
Because
All
I
said-
want you. Because I really want you to go with Mint. I like
shall,
you to do that.
Mike. When
Sacrifice.
I said
Sacrifice.
going to Mint is not a sacrifice. Going to
There you go.
Mint is a step up. When I said I have AT&T, analyze my tone. It
Oh.
wasn't one of excitement.
Can I say this?
Yeah.
Advice from Mrs. O'Mara, and we go to break with this.
Okay.
Coming into this, and Josh has to go take his
Yeah,
kids
I'm
to
gonna
school.
leave on this
Bye
break.
bye. Okay, we're gonna go to commercial. Rob, my wife said to me today.
Yeah.
Be nice to Rob. Let him sing with you.
Oh, you know what? Thank you,
That's what she
Carla.
said. That's what she said.
Yes. I like to sing.
And I responded with something very positive.
What did you say?
I'm not going to tell you. We'll take a break, and when we come back,
Sure, it
ladies
was
and gentlemen,
positive.
yeah, stewards. Anyway, so we will take a break, and we will return
Yes.
with Vince Vaughn news. No, the news. I'm sorry. We'll do
actual
that later.
news, yeah,
Vince
okay.
Vaughn later in the news. Hey, everybody, if bugs are even a minor problem in and around your house, you have to check out our next sponsor, Pesty. Spiders, ants, and other bugs are looking for somewhere to hang out. And Pesty has do-it-yourself pest control.
They're great.
You can make sure they don't choose your house. Pesty is on a mission to provide pro-grade pest control products at an affordable price. Other pest control companies charge over $800 per year, but with Pesty, you can get started at just $35 per treatment with a customized plan based on your location, bugs, and climate. Pesty gets rid of over 100 types of bugs, from spiders and ants to roaches and scorpions. The kit includes a sprayer, mixing bag, pesticide, gloves, and instructions, and you can complete your application in less than 10 minutes. And the best part, Pesty is kid and pet friendly, so you do not have to worry. Plus, Pesty offers a 100% bug-free guarantee or your money back. Seriously, no questions asked, except for all the bugs asking, "Why do I feel so sick? Did Mr. Sroka spray us? Oh no, I'm dying."
Excellent read, Mike.
Protect your home from bugs with Pesty. Go to pesty.com/TMOS for an extra 10% off your order. That's PESTIE.com/TMOS for an extra 10% off. TMOS, that's it. Thank you very much. And now back to the show. Whoa.
Oh, no, the singer. There we go.
We start today with TikTok. And I sent this to Josh, so he
I
can't
think it's
play
in
it.
here. I can probably play it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, hold off on it for a second
Okay.
here, because I want to.
Is it?
I
Do you
wanna
think it
set
would be
this-
called "My Food Is Me"?
That is it. That is
Okay, I got it,
That,
yeah.
it's a long clip, but
All
it
right.
might warrant. I think it'll piss you off just as much as it pisses me.
Okay,
off.
tell me when you want it. I've got it.
I will. Let me get my thing. Come on, Michael. I'm having a little problem with my soundboard as usual. And there we are. Thank you very much. TikTok's hot new health hack is eating human dog food.
No.
It's not
No.
really dog food. It just looks like it. Some guy shared his meal prep hack where he basically just we can roll it and we can comment
All right,
on it
all right,
if you
go.
have
My
it,
food.
because this is this guy.
And my food is me. I've been eating my food all day, every day.
And you can pause it right when I tell you to.
All right.
And I want to show you what goes into my food. The biggest ingredient for my food is vegetables.
Okay.
Here I got 11 different types of vegetables,
Sure.
totaling about 10 pounds.
Now
10 pounds
pause
of
it for a
vegetables.
second.
Yep.
He goes on, and we can just turn the sound off and let it run.
Okay,
in the
let
back.
it play.
He chops up all his veggies. He's showing
Yeah.
you that, and
Carrots,
and he's got
broccoli.
like 5 different kinds of peppers, which just bleck.
Yeah, you know what? I'm a
yeah.
green pepper guy. That's
Yeah.
it.
But I mean, it's just too many peppers in there. Now he's got kale.
Kale, I
another
love
winner.
kale.
And doesn't he look fun? Doesn't
Oh, he
look
looks like
fun?
he's never had a friend in his life. Look, you know what else it looks like, Mike? It looks
Yeah.
like he could use kid-sized golf clubs.
All right, we can put the sound up again. Let's
Okay,
check it
here
out.
we go.
All right, more vegetables. Here comes the pepper parade.
Oh, I don't like zucchini. Stick yellow squash.
Orange pepper.
1,
Don't like that. He doesn't cut it
Yellow
right
pepper.
either.
yeah, yellow. 2,
Ugh.
right. There you go.
And let me guess, red?
Green pepper.
There it
Okay.
is. Oh, he's not going to leave the red out. Don't worry. Here we go.
Bring the
Finally,
red in.
red pepper.
Red pepper. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pepper. So
And
right there,
then when you're
losing
done
there.
chopping, it looks
That's
kind of
his
like this.
Veggies.
Good.
right
Throw
there.
it away.
Mix it all up.
Now you'd
Got
say,
a big pole.
I mean, very. If you put like a salad dressing on it,
And
might
when you
be
mix
tasty.
it up, it looks something like this.
very nice. I
Yeah.
think it's attractive to look at.
2
That's
packs
fine.
of tofu.
Nope.
Of course.
And this is
There you go.
about 2.5
Health nuts, you
maybe
and me.
3 pounds of chicken.
Chicken.
Chicken is good.
Chicken is good. But at the end there will be a
Then I
quiz.
cook my
so-
tofu
Yeah.
and chicken breast with
Right.
olive oil.
Hey,
Okay.
nice job with the
And
foil
for
on your
carbs,
stove so
I
you don't
use
have to
brown
clean it.
rice.
There you go. All right, so he puts the rice.
Rice, yeah.
He's got his grains, his carbs,
And
quinoa.
quinoa,
Yeah,
quinoa.
quinoa.
Rinse it.
Yeah, thank you.
Then once the brown
Human
rice
dog
and
food is what we're
quinoa
watching,
are
ladies and
washed,
gentlemen.
I add
Yeah.
my legumes. This is
Oh, beans.
comprised of lentils,
I'm all about
chickpeas,
beans.
Mm-hmm.
Fine with
pinto
that.
beans, black
By the
beans,
products
and
that
red
are in
beans.
here, no problem. Got no
Right.
problem with it, really. The human dog food, there's a lot of good stuff in there. all
Yeah,
right?
but you don't always need to mix everything.
And he's cooking it, which is fine. I like the fact that it's not all raw. That's
Yeah.
good
And
that
it
he's
looks like this.
sauteing. The foil is funny.
That
I
is
didn't
that
notice
is a bad
And
kitchen.
Once the
Yeah.
vegetables are done cooking, you add
Okay.
in
Yeah, he's
the chicken
such an
breast
exciting.
and the tofu.
Don't know why.
All
this
I can
tofu-
equate this is he's got 4
And then
huge
finally
containers
you
full of
add
food. It's like trying to make eggnog. You'll run out of space.
But that's all he eats, Rob.
I made earlier in
Well,
the rice cooker.
Yeah.
Well, then that's still no good.
Now he puts that in there.
And this is the final product.
Hey, it looks like it's already been digested.
Okay, and
I
now
think it's
that,
beautiful.
it's beautiful. Fine, if he thinks that. Rob
My
Spiewak,
food has
Yeah.
can you tell me what's
19
missing?
Flavor.
Thank you. Seasoning. There's
Yeah.
0. You cannot
It's the
tell
whole
me
thing I was thinking
that
about the whole time.
Right,
You got meat and vegetables. If you don't have like a half a cup of salt in that, you're doomed.
half a cup of
Well, I
salt.
mean, look at the size of it.
The idea
You
is
gotta
to make
season
meal
all that.
planning easy, he says, and
Yeah, well,
you're
goodbye,
eating
easy.
healthy. Nutrition experts say there are some downsides. You'll probably get bored. Nutrient gaps, even though it's full of good stuff, it's the same stuff every day.
Right.
The mix you go with might not have all the vitamins and minerals that you need. It might be a good hack for some of your meals, like maybe you eat your normal breakfast and dinner and just have the slop for lunch, as they call it in this news story.
It would,
But-
I'm
but
playing
no
the rest-
seasoning, no flavor.
Yeah, you know
Absolutely.
what? It would benefit from soy sauce. Would benefit from salt and pepper. Anything,
Salt.
anything.
Right, right.
And
Or
also
honey.
when you're-
where's the honey, Junior?
When you're when you're sautéing all those vegetables, you chemically need salt to draw out the water. So I don't know what he's doing.
I would be very curious to taste it to see. I don't think those vegetables, and by the way, not even flavorful ingredients that
No.
are whole foods like perhaps garlic or onion to
Right.
give it some sort of flavor.
It doesn't have any of that.
It's bland dog
I bet
food.
you know what?
Right.
He bet if you asked him, I don't like onions. I don't like tomatoes.
All right, so you got your 2 big services. You got your Airbnb,
Yes.
and you got your VRBO. Airbnb has probably a little more controversy where you see people like wrecking a house or something goes on.
We're
like that.
using Airbnb for the graduation
Okay.
because it's almost impossible to get a hotel room up there. So it was very easy. And if what we get is 3/4 of what they promise, we are way ahead. It's a
well,
beautiful.
they're not
thing.
all bad because some
Right.
of Airbnb,
Oh, I think it's marvelous. Some of it really fine.
Some
but
of them
I-
are really fine.
some of them are really fine.
That'll be
isn't-
our review.
It isn't just for renting houses anymore. CEO Brian Chesky,
That's Brian Chesky, everybody.
He announced that they're adding new services. These include things like massages and personal training, plus
massages,
experiences tailored to specific locations, like a pastry making class in Paris or a gallery tour in New York City. Oh, and you'll also be able to, this is exciting, rent celebrities.
Oh, I'm all in.
Chesky says he has dozens of famous people ready to participate. Initial offerings will include a day playing football and eating barbecue with Kansas City Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes. If you're talking about an A-list sports celebrity, that's
I
top
really
of the heap.
thought they would be crappy celebrities like Brady Bunch kids, but that's the real deal.
And day-long experiences with Sabrina Carpenter.
Yeah.
Who's she?
She's a singer.
I don't know.
I think she's a singer.
And Megan the Stallion, Stallion.
Megan the Stallion is a rap singer.
Chesky is hoping Airbnb will get people off their damn phones. Quote, AI is magical, but you know what's more magical than AI? The real world. And people and relationships are memories. So they're trying to goose it up. I think, how about we just focus on nice properties at reasonable prices?
Clean.
Is that too much to ask?
How about clean?
You know?
Clean is nice.
Yeah.
We've had good experiences and bad. Our best experience was the house we got in New Orleans. It was
Have you done a VRBO, though?
Never
Or is
done
it
a
just
VRBO.
No, you should. Better properties.
Really? Yeah.
If you know what I mean.
Well, the way you're pointing at yourself makes me think I can get your house.
There you go. Thank you very much. There's a new book coming out next week about how the White House tried to control the narrative around then-President Biden's age. Now, this, as a Democrat, as a card-carrying Democrat, this really pisses me off. It really does, because I feel like we were lied to, and it's just, it goes to show that there's corruption and dishonesty on either side. There is. Just because it's your team doesn't mean they're unscathed.
What does the buck purport?
His dwindling faculties. The book is called Original Sin. It's by CNN's Jake Tapper and Alex Thompson from Axios.
I've met Mr. Tapper. I like Mr. Tapper.
When did you meet Jake Tapper?
I ran a session for him once, an audio session.
Oh, really? Nice guy?
Very nice and just absolutely cool and a pro. I like him a lot.
Well, the book includes an anecdote that may explain why George Clooney changed his tune and called for Biden to quit the presidential race. It was when they met up at a fundraiser. This is just in June of 2024. This is less than a year ago.
Recent history, yeah.
Biden didn't know who he was.
Didn't know who Clooney was.
Correct.
Wow.
The book says, quote, Clooney was shaken to his core. The president hadn't recognized him, a man he had known for years. Clooney had expressed concern about Biden's health before a White House aide had told him a few months before. Wait a minute. Let me read that the right way.
Okay. All right.
Clooney had expressed concern about Biden's health before a White House aide had told him a few months before that they were working on getting the president to take longer steps when he walked. Oh, God.
Wow.
Yeah.
But I was hoping when
yeah.
you started doing this story that it would be like a TMZ / job that we could sort of put behind us. Mm-hmm. But this is Jake Tapper. This is not a guy that I don't think he would extend the truth or stretch the truth to make the book happen. I tend to believe it.
Well, obviously, the problem went far beyond his gait. This was much graver. Clooney's op-ed urging Biden to step aside was published in the New York Times a few weeks later on July 10th. But it just goes to show there were people that knew what was going on. This was known before primary season.
Of course.
It comes down to sycophants and lack of courage. It always does. It really does.
It means if things continue the way they do, you continue to make money. It's been many years after the fact, but many people say that in the last season to 2 seasons of the Ed Sullivan Show, Ed was so ravaged with dementia that he didn't know where he was half the time, and that they would put him out there to host and read the cards because they didn't want to destroy a very valuable property, which was the Ed Sullivan Show.
I think when you're talking about someone that needs to be tapped on the shoulder and told that the time has come, you don't blame the minions. You don't blame the little underlings and all the.
No.
You have to, but you blame the Democratic presidential candidate.
You have
who should have said it long ago.
Mm-hmm.
Nancy Pelosi ended up being the only one to kind of nudge right? She got the ball rolling on this. It's not a good time, and it's not a good look, and look where we are. So there's that. Pete Rose is no longer banned from baseball. Did you know that?
What?
Neither is Shoeless Joe Jackson. Major League Baseball Commissioner Rob Manfred reinstated them yesterday, making them finally eligible for the Baseball Hall of Fame. In fact, Manfred unbanned everybody who's dead. He said, quote, obviously a person no longer with us cannot represent a threat to the integrity of the game. Kind of interesting. That's odd, right?
You know, it's...
He says, therefore,
I understand what they're trying to do by making it so that, there's so many people that would love to see Pete Rose in the Hall of Fame. I personally would. I think he was a great player. But to make death be the key to get in, that seems a little dark and morbid.
The quote goes on here. It says, therefore, I have concluded that permanent ineligibility ends upon the passing of the disciplined individual.
Wow.
Kind of interesting wording, but it kind of makes sense. Rose was banned in 1989 for betting on games while he's managing the Reds. Shoeless Joe, ancient history, 1919 fixing of the World Series.
The Black Sox, right?
Yep. Pete and Joe can't get into the Hall of Fame until 2028 at the earliest. That's because their greatest contributions to baseball came before 1980, meaning they'd have to be considered by the 12-person Classic Baseball Committee.
God.
Yeah, that committee doesn't vote again until December of 2027 for the
Wow. Do you have any
people.
favorite players who have been banned that this benefits? I think Pete Rose is, Shoeless Joe is like for George Will to talk about. But Pete Rose,
Pete Rose is the most famous one.
Yeah, of
and,
course.
the guys that I root for, all the biggies seem to have already made it into the Hall of Fame, like my man Yaz. Finally today.
You know what about Pete Rose, Mike?
What's that?
His nickname was Charlie Hustle.
Thanks, Rob. Now let me continue. Finally today, in the age of pumpkin spice Spam and mustard-flavored ice cream, this is remarkably tame. Nutella just announced its first new U.S. flavor in 61 years, so they have had more than 6 decades to think about it and prepare to have your world rocked.
Bring it.
The new flavor is peanut.
So like a peanut butter spread.
Yeah. 61 years it took them to come out. Normal Nutella is chocolate and hazelnut, so for people who like to mix a little peanut butter in it, there's that. Even lamer, they announced, but it doesn't hit stores for another full year.
So
they take their time.
years.
They take their time at Nutella. Your world won't actually be rocked until spring of 2026. The good news, 61 years from now, you can look for new Nutella Vanilla that should be hitting store shelves. Really, really excited about that.
Hey, but the
ladies
new
and gentlemen.
Nutella, Mike, watch out if you have a peanut allergy.
Yes, my kid does. My kid still does.
Keep
still
that
has
stuff out of
the
your house.
EpiPen. Be careful, ladies and gentlemen. We have to take a break. When we come back, I want to hear what Rob has to say about Vince Vaughn. You've got some strong thoughts on
I
him.
do.
But first, let me remind everybody it's better in the Bahamas. We wanted to give each of you an airplane, but instead, we will travel by sea. All aboard the TMOS Love Boat, our first ever party on the high seas. Join the Mike O'Mara Show crew for an unforgettable weekend aboard the stunning MSC Seaside. You better get on the stick. Time is running out. We'll set sail from Miami Beach on Friday, December 5th. Join us that evening for an exclusive TMOS cocktail party. Saturday, we explore Nassau and then live TMOS entertainment. It's fantastic. Private island relaxation. Then the TMOS Team Jeopardy, and maybe we will play the match game. Then Monday, back home to make everyone who missed out feel like garbage. Imagine their jealousy when they see your tanned, salt-sprayed body. They'll want to punch you right in the nose, but they won't get to. They'll just pout. Your voyage includes all your meals, the beverage package, $50 onboard credit, the Wi-Fi package, plus an exclusive TMOS Love Boat gift bag, and, of course, access to all the TMOS events. A few interior, ocean view, and balcony cabins still available, so act fast, secure your spot with a small deposit, and ask about the easy payment plan. Book now at tmoscruise.com. If you have questions, email cruise@mikeomarashow.com. This is huge. Don't miss out. Reserve your cabin today at tmoscruise.com. It's your 100% guaranteed cure for FOMO. Yes, Rob Spiewak.
2 days. I mean, really, it's 2 days that you can book this cruise. So you've got to get on it. If you have been on this fence, you got to do it now.
All right.
And it doesn't take much money to secure a room, so we want to see you there.
I wanted to ask you about the Vince Vaughn thing. I didn't realize there was another Vince Vaughn movie out there. Vince Vaughn, to me, is kind of a guy that takes every opportunity thrown his way. At least that's what I get from
I don't
it. There's
think
some weird crime where he's in prison and he plays a heavy. And then you said there's a new movie out with him now.
And it's so flawed from the start. And Josh saw this as well because Josh and I think, have a lot of overlap on viewing. I guess it's because we both look at what's number one on Netflix and we'll give it a try. Last night I had no luck because the two number one movies or the two top 10 movies on Netflix I hadn't seen were foreign movies that had been dubbed, and I don't like that.
You know, it's interesting.
And you know what? It seems like they get away from mentioning that it's a foreign film in the description.
Yeah, I think that's a strategy.
Yeah.
And I think it's because of the demand for new content that's what they do.
Hey,
and
look
I
who's
think
back just in time.
Hi, Josh. Welcome back. How'd Drop Off go?
All good. Just following along, listening to the news segment.
I really, really think that it's one thing when a film is really highly regarded, but then it's another thing where it appears to me, and I could be wrong about that they make an effort to cover the fact that it's a foreign film.
I think they do. Yeah,
the trailers don't have a lot of.
They don't tell you that it's
the dialogue.
They don't tell you it's American, but they certainly don't tell you it's foreign. And then you get hey, how you doing?
And I can't stand it.
Yeah,
I don't mind subtitles if it's real. You know, if it's a real language being spoken.
Yeah.
But when you see it's like he's coming down the aisle.
You're right. The new giveaway is when it's the trailer and it doesn't show their mouths.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep. Every single time.
But
I'll tell you a movie, Mike. I'll tell you a movie that was made proudly in America by real Netflix filmmakers, and it's called Nonnas or Nonnas. And the plot
is it No-Nos or Nonnas?
Well, I would say No-Nos, but in the movie they call it Nonnas.
Carla said she got a reco on that.
Oh, then I don't know.
It's listed as one of the top Netflix movies right now.
Yeah, that doesn't usually mean anything.
I think my wife liked it.
Yeah, well, I didn't even finish it. Vince Vaughn in this movie plays a sensitive young man who never married.
Young man?
Well, a sensitive man, I should say. He plays his own age. A sensitive man who never married.
50.
I know. I think they probably have him playing a little younger than that. There might be a hairpiece in there.
I didn't see anything about being younger.
So he's a sensitive man that loses his mother, and his grandmother is already dead. Grandmother is an Italian.
Is he a live-at-home kind of guy?
He was living at home with his mother.
Okay.
And so when she died, she left him some money, but he's so sad, Mike. He's a very sad because he can't cook like his mom and his grandmother.
This is a drama or a comedy?
I would say it's a dramedy.
A dramedy.
How about that? Yeah.
All right.
And then
it's listed as a comedy, but it's not funny.
He's trying. No, it's not funny. He's trying to recreate all of their great Italian recipes, and there is in the first reel of the movie some great Italian food porn. Like at the front, they have like a wake, and there's great shots of Italian food.
But this is just for being at home, not like a restaurant or something.
So to bring back the love of his mother and his grandmother, he opens a restaurant in Staten Island. But here's the wrinkle, Mike, and they say it's based on a true story. He hires real Italian grandmothers to be the cooks, and Mike, they do not get along. Oh, it is a kitchen fiasco because they're all from different regions.
The jive factor off the charts.
Oh, off the charts because they're all from different regions of Italy. So they argue about what's better, Bologna or Sicily or whatever. And the problem with it's a good cast. You got Vince Vaughn, who I like in place. Susan Sarandon is there showing off the guns. Lorraine Bracco, Talia Shire, and Linda Cardellini. I mean, there's real good people.
Oh, you got some A-list actresses.
Yeah, but the problem is that they've got Vince Vaughn playing like a sweet sweet guy who doesn't know his way, and that's not the Vince Vaughn we want. We want snarky Vince Vaughn, and he's not that in this movie.
Right.
But it's still Vince Vaughn playing Vince Vaughn. He's still.
Well, you know what?
Well, am I getting that you like it a little better, Josh?
I think so.
Okay.
I think it wasn't. It's not my type of movie, but I watched the whole thing, and it didn't irritate me. I just looked up. It has good reviews. It's a fine.
Did you go to idiot.com? Where did you get those reviews?
Wow.
No, but I mean, like, Vince Vaughn he's also having to hide the fact that he works at the DC, what is it? The New York.
Josh, can you
Transport
bring up a
Association.
trailer of Nonna? I'd like to determine before we get off the air today whether or not I would like to even, settle this argument.
He's Vince Vaughn-y in his primary job with the New York Transit Authority, but when he's dealing with the Nonnas and having to act, not so much.
Well, and that's what I thought was all right because it was Vince Vaughn with like his grandmother being all sweet and everything.
Well, yeah, but
so I found that believable.
Well, no, when he's trying to convince his friend for life that this restaurant is a good idea, it's not Vince Vaughn at all. It's
right.
like a young, idealistic guy. It just doesn't work.
Trailer.
All right, let's see the trailer. And
no matter how old you are, there's nothing worse than losing your mom.
Thank you so much for remembering me with the fruit basket and all the tangerines and stuff.
I lost my cat last year, so I understand the grieving process.
I'm sorry about your cat, I didn't know.
Break's over.
I'm going through my mom and Nonna's recipes, and then I realized food is love. So I want to open an Italian restaurant. What are you, crazy?
Who are you going to get to come down and cook?
Nonna's. Other real-life Italian grandmothers.
I am from Bologna. I spit on Bologna. Spit on Sicily, okay?
I want them to make the dishes that they were passed on from their family. I want to share it with everybody.
This is my main dish, capusella. Dear God, save us.
Oh, that's what smells. I thought maybe it was me. Oh, no.
It has to work because it's not just a restaurant. It's more about family, especially for people who may not have family anymore. Maybe the one good idea we can take from this is not to fight in the kitchen.
Oh, she started it.
You ladies are killing me.
A bottle of red.
We are not quitters.
A bottle of white.
We're strong women with Italian blood in our souls.
Whatever kind of mood you're in.
I like the Billy Joel soundtrack.
Meet you anytime you want in our Italian restaurant.
The only thing that you're going to regret are the moments that you did not take.
I am not asking you to do this for me. I'm asking you to do it for you and for my mama.
You using Catholic guilt on me?
I learned it from the best.
Right on. A bottle of red. A bottle of white.
Did you watch it get Jiver and Jiver as the as it went?
Good point. But at the same time,
that's not a bad thing all the time.
The determination I'm making is whether I would even take the time to watch it. I am really conflicted as to whether I would.
And I don't think
I'll make
Mike,
that determination later.
That
on.
is brilliant use of that Billy Joel record. I don't think the Billy Joel record is in the movie.
No, it probably isn't because that's how they.
But there are
use
more
that.
shots of food.
All right, two things. Two
the
things
food
at play
shots
here.
are amazing. They really
Two things at play. Good reviews recommended to Carla. I didn't totally hate the trailer, and Rob claimed that he didn't stay with it. Mm-hmm. So you didn't watch it. You didn't watch all of it.
No, I didn't. I gave up about the time the Nonnas agreed to stop fighting. And Mike,
you missed the sweet story and sweet ending.
All right,
as they bring
let
it
me
all
say
together.
this, Rob. I will probably watch it, and I could see myself very easily texting Rob 3/4 of the way through the movie, or maybe even 1/4 of the way through.
Mike, see if you make it past the opening night of the restaurant.
Okay.
Spoiler
All
alert.
Right.
It's
That's
not
fine.
what you expect.
That's fine. All right.
I do like Vince Vaughn.
Yeah, I like Vince.
I like Vince Vaughn when he does good Vince Vaughn-y things. Yeah, I mean, you know what? This is another time like when he played Norman Bates. It's not working.
Yes, I understand. I understand, Bruce.
Thank you, Bruce.
We will take a break. When we come back, the fast food I'm beginning to realize that they have officially jumped the shark, and I'm talking about all of them. We continue to talk about this because it's real. We'll be right back with a quickie segment right after this, ladies and gentlemen. This program is sponsored by Liquid IV. Times are weird. So treat yourself. Treat yourself by gifting yourself the everyday indulgence of extraordinary hydration from Liquid IV. It's powered by Live Hydroscience. Liquid IV has flavors for days, from grape and lemon lime to pina colada or sugar-free raspberry lemonade, white peach, rainbow sherbet. It's low-key delicious, and every sip tastes like the Death Star is exploding in my mouth. It's quite a way of expressing it.
Thank you.
So vibrant. So thrilling. Stunning, really. I drink it each and every day because I love it. And unlike tired old sports drinks, Liquid IV delivers 3 times the electrolytes, 8 essential vitamins, and is always non-GMO, vegan, and allergen-free. You know, when I drink other sports drinks, I never get that feeling that I would go to them again and again and again. When I drink Liquid IV, I realize the flavor profile, and I'm talking specifically about flavor here, I have no desire to ever switch because it's always there. I never tire of it. And I love the flavors that I love. And I don't know if I've ever had that feeling with some of those pre-packaged sports drinks.
You know what
you
I like about it
convenience store.
is you can vary the strength of the flavor by the amount of water you put it in. A lot of times you get those packets or a sports drink and it's too much.
Absolutely.
But if you use like half a Liquid IV and 40 ounces of water, you make your own strength.
I totally agree with that. Tear Pour, Live More, Liquid IV. Treat yourself to extraordinary hydration from Liquid IV. Get 20% off your first order when you go to liquidiv.com and use code TMOS at checkout. That's 20% off your first order with code TMOS at liquidiv.com. Thank you for your long-term sponsorship of the Mike O'Mara Show. Fast food. I'm getting to a point now after when you're running around and you're picking your kids up and you don't have time and there's a baseball game an hour after school and you got to run around. Sometimes you're going to the joint. It's getting to a point now where I just really think they've priced themselves out of the whole.
They really
deal.
have.
Well, and
It's
quality
silly.
has gone down at the same time.
Yesterday it was Mickey D's and quick dinner, early dinner, because we're going to the baseball game, and not a lot of options floating around out there.
Sure.
My wife works. We don't have the stuff ready to go in the house, I'm sure, like that dog food that guy made before. So we don't have any, and sometimes that's what it is. But the combination, and that's what Josh pointed out, the combination of priced to the stratosphere now and real crap, and then throw in 2 experiences back-to-back for me of service that is so rude and so over the top. Look, I don't blame the people that work in these places.
Right.
I think they are undercompensated to a miserable degree. And we have somehow forgotten that, people aren't going into hot, greasy kitchens and dealing with miserable son of a bitch people for their health. They're going in because they need money.
Yeah.
And things are just getting more and more and more out of whack, and the prices continue to go up, but yet those poor people that are working in those stores don't get one single tick up. And you say, well, maybe if they did that. Well, F you. If you got hit by the lucky stick and you're able to make a living doing what you do, I salute you. But but it's out of whack when you're paying people poverty wages and you're charging insane amounts for your crap food.
And I truly believe the recipes have changed.
It seems like they're getting cheaper, doesn't it?
McDonald's specific, their fries are all soggy now.
Yep.
They used to have
they
the
don't
best
turn them
fries.
like they used to. Yeah.
So
right.
they changed something with how they're baking them or preparing them.
I think they're frying them less often, and so you're less likely to get fresh
Who
ones.
knows what the details are, but the overall price for the product is
they're not using beef
commensurate.
tallow anymore.
And by the way, this speaks to look. I'm not saying you're going to get the big house and put the kid through college by being a checkout person at Walmart. But you at least, if you pick up extra hours, you ought to be able to, live somewhere and have a livable wage. That's all I'm saying. I mean, am I wrong about this? I think that you have to get to has nobody fought that? I really do believe
Charlie is 50.
Everything has gotten even more skewed where I just think it's a tragedy to think that anybody who punches a clock somewhere can't put a roof over their head.
Well, these jobs, I think these jobs were designed for teenagers.
Were they really, though? Because
anymore.
I've seen a lot of people throughout my history of working in these joints. Waiters.
I think that the original, they did a movie with Michael Keaton about the invention of McDonald's. The founder, yeah. And I think that was sort of the original template. Put the youngsters there and those positions, and they could turn them quickly. But it's like they have made an impossibility. It's like you can't do it. You can't function. It used to be...
It's balance. To me,
yeah,
it's balanced.
It used to be if you had a job and worked 40 a week,
right?
40 hours a week,
and the teenagers aren't going to be able to do that.
No,
so I get it with
right.
the kids that aren't going to be able to do it. But the manager should be able to, be able to
own a home.
get away with that.
Well, I
believe
believe
like that.
McDonald's managers make 6-figure.
They do?
Yeah, I'll look it up.
Never mind.
I don't know. I see I see the prices around here and the signs.
Yeah.
We just love mediocrity, too, in our food.
Oh, Mike, tomorrow let me discuss the greatest, the Statue of Liberty of mediocrity.
I was
the Bloomin' Onion.
Okay, that's fine. I was a bit of a dick in the drive-thru yesterday.
Yes.
When there were literally no thank yous, no hellos, not even a recap of the order. And as we're driving away, I couldn't help myself. I said, "Nice talking to you."
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, it was bad
AI
experience.
will replace them all.
And because I fed my child horrible fast food, that is probably why the Marlins lost the game last night.
Mike, those were chicken nuggets made of real chicken.
Tonight, tofu. We'll take a break and come back
Gross.
with a beautiful video, ladies and gentlemen. Podcaster's Warehouse. Every business has a story, but is yours being heard? You've built something incredible. Now it's time to amplify it with a podcast that connects, converts, and captivates. The Podcaster's Warehouse will turn your mission into a powerful professional show designed for impact. You show up, they handle the rest. Studio gear covered, editing done, publishing and promotion locked in. You speak, they amplify. Imagine building your own thing and building loyalty at the same time, generating leads, becoming the go-to voice in your industry, all with the tech headaches gone. Whether it's public series for your customers or a private podcast for your team. Look at that man down at the bottom of your screen. He's the guy that can do it for you, ladies and gentlemen. Custom formats, professional advice, expert coaching, all built around your brand with cinematic quality production, scroll-stopping social clips, and your amplified message. This is podcasting at the next level. Build your podcast with the pros. Visit thepodcasterswarehouse.com. By the way, that guy in the upper right-hand corner helps out with this, too, as a matter of fact.
Yeah.
Your story is too good not to tell. One voice can change everything. Let it be yours. The Podcaster's Warehouse. Take it away, Rob Spiewak.
Hey, I like that. Some beautiful video.
Jerry time.
Casey!
Casey's Top 40.
In our previous show, Josh mentioned an Eminem video. But the funny thing is, it wasn't Eminem. It was movie clips. Mike, here is the entire song, Lose Yourself.
After the show yesterday.
Yeah, but you did mention it to me. So I'm sorry if I...
show.
Yeah. So Josh brought this to my attention, I should say, that this is the entire Eminem song, Lose Yourself, with movie clips doing all the lyrics. And God, I wish I had the time on my hands that the guy has that did this video.
Look, if you had one shot,
One opportunity
to seize everything you ever wanted,
in one moment,
would you
capture it,
or let it slip? Yo,
His palms are sweaty.
Knees weak.
Arms are heavy.
His vomit.
And his sweater. Ready?
Mom, spaghetti.
He's nervous.
But on the surface,
He looks calm and ready.
Drop bombs.
But he keeps
Forgetting.
Would he rock down?
The whole crowd goes.
So loud.
Are you jealous, Rob?
but the words.
A
little bit?
Yeah, it's pretty incredible
I thought
work.
so when you said that, really. That's
But
something
man,
else.
the fact that he has somehow paired Eminem with the lady who played Endora on Bewitched, it's pretty exciting.
Pretty amazing. Endora.
Endora. Mike. Endora. That's what I said.
Oh, that's right.
right.
You said Endora.
Yeah.
Andorra, I thought you said.
Andorra is a geographic location, right?
Yes, that's
Andorra?
right. Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mike,
I said, well, you want to drink, Spider. Is that what it is?
do I amuse you?
What am I? You got me at the pay no mind list, kid?
Mike, exploding birds.
Oh, is this like a pitcher throwing a baseball at him?
No.
Okay.
Just birds exploding randomly. and
Really?
no one knows why.
Wow.
Is it Alka-Seltzer?
No,
Wasn't
it's
that
not
the- wasn't that the
Alka-Seltzer.
rumor?
I want you to know, and also wedding rice made birds explode when you threw rice at weddings. Mike, I hate birds, so this is a true joy for me.
Oh, no.
Like a firecracker, and then it fell to the ground.
Now at 11, a disturbing scene in the East Bay.
It might be
Neighbors
the
in Richmond are
electricity that's
complaining
doing
of
it.
birds getting electrocuted on a power line and then falling to their death. They tell us it's been going on for months now. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Dion Lim. We spoke to several neighbors
so
who are trying
urgent.
to make it stop.
It's very traumatic. It's super traumatic to see this.
Littered along this stretch of Bernhardt Avenue in Richmond are daily reminders of a bizarre and
Richmond,
tragic
California.
problem plaguing the neighborhood.
It was just horrifying. Again,
Well,
I
they're
didn't
not
even know
exploding,
what was
they're getting
happening
electrocuted.
At first.
Several months
listen.
ago, neighbors began to hear a frightening sound.
And I heard this sound like a BB gun or a firecracker going off.
But what they saw after was even worse. Birds exploding after landing on a power line.
I love the fact that because of censorship, they're blurring a dead bird. What?
and if it-
Out of respect to the bird's family? I don't know
If
why they're
it
doing that.
happens this much, how do we not have video of it?
Yeah.
There is a web.
The dark web, Josh. It's the
Well,
dark web.
If this was my neighborhood, I would have a webcam pointed at that power line just waiting.
Well,
You know there are people that have done it, probably.
I would
there were
assume so.
there were other reports, and they did have a webcam video, not a webcam video, a Ring video that was focused on the line, and then they said, "Listen for the pop," and you didn't see anything, but you just heard like, ah, and that was it. That was their evidence. But Mike, they do.
Hold on. We have a clip, another clip.
Oh, good.
Why am I making it a chicken? I'm
I think
sorry.
it's funnier. And speaking of chicken, Mike.
It worked better being a chicken, didn't
Yeah.
it?
Speaking of chicken, do you ever really try to treat yourself when you're on an airplane? Little hacks to make you feel like you're in first class.
No.
No.
If I'm back in Stinkville, in Fart Central, I don't. I just miserably suffer through the flight.
You're
this
just raw
la-
dogging it.
This
Is that what the
lady-
kids?
That's what the kids say.
Raw dogging it. You.
Staring straight forward like putty in Seinfeld. Mike, this lady has a trick that says it makes her trip feel like first class, but wouldn't you want to just kill yourself if you sat next to her?
Pulled aside by TSA for having something crazy in my bag, but I told her this is how you give yourself a first class experience without paying for first class. So let me show you. Okay, cold rotisserie chicken. I gotta get my protein in the flight. I hate buying airport
No.
food, so I usually just try to pack like a salad or
Stop
something.
it.
She brings a whole rotisserie chicken.
How much stink do you think
And-
that is?
And go ahead and if you want chicken, buy it from one of the restaurants once you get through.
A vendor,
security.
yeah. And also, you know what? I very seldom say this. F you, Costco, for going to putting your whole rotisserie chickens in a bag as opposed to a dome container. Cheap, and not respectful.
Man knows what he likes, ladies and gentlemen. He knows
Don't
what he
do
likes.
that. And I
Right.
don't like this, Mike. This is disgusting.
Okay.
And who hasn't been through this?
Is there anything else that she puts on there besides the rotisserie
No,
chicken?
just the chicken.
Does
That's
she
what
put it on a? Does she put it in like a nice plate or anything? Or is
No,
she, just
she
picking
eats it out of the bag.
on the
She
airplane?
eats it out of the bag.
God
And
damn.
also, I've seen gross people that take the bag of chicken, the chicken bag, and like finesse it, like blah, 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 with their hands back and forth, and they say chicken falls right off the bone.
Oh, I'm grossed out. I am thoroughly grossed
Well,
out.
this will help, Mike, because
All
who
right.
hasn't had dirty Crocs? And what's the best way to clean your Crocs? Than putting them in your dishwasher with the food you eat.
You can wash your Crocs in the dishwasher, so I'm going to try it.
Hang on. I'm going to put them in with the plates and stuff.
I've done it.
You have done it.
Yeah. This is what Crocs tells you to do.
By the way, it's where I put my baseball caps when they get all sweaty and you know, and Michael had a baseball cap yesterday.
Yeah.
Check back when they're done.
Hold on, I'm going to turn this down so we. Oh, there,
Actually,
look.
spotless. Look at this.
Look at that.
You don't put them in there with the dishes.
No, you run
That's
it
what he
separately.
did.
You run it. Well, that's disgusting.
Yeah,
That's horrible.
That
You
is
don't do
bad.
that.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is it disgusting? Because
You
in
know
the
what,
end,
Josh?
it all
It's-
comes out clean.
It all comes out clean, but it's still gross.
You
if
don't
you're
want to
putting them-
commingle it. Yeah.
But you got no problem if you put it in. I put the baseball caps in separately. I've done it for years.
Yeah.
That's
Now-
how I do that.
Kelly will not let me put my Crocs in the dishwasher.
Anymore?
Well, I did it before with the previous wife.
The previous
now,
wife.
Now
That's
the
Josh's
Crocs are
new
not
book,
allowed.
The Previous Wife. That's right.
Yeah.
The Previous Wife. Yeah.
Mike, I use the pods in my dishwasher, and I love them. And that's
So
the
do I.
the only way I clean my underwear now. But top rack
I get
only.
it. I get your point. I
Yeah.
get your point. Yes,
I
it's gross if when he put the Crocs in and there were dishes in there, it
Yeah.
made me want to vomit. I
Dishes
agree with you. on
still
that.
caked with Australian food.
Yeah. Here we go. Here, this is my roux. I'm having grilled roux.
And Mike, Vegemite.
A Vegemite sandwich. It's a Vegemite. It's on me plate, and it's got me Crocs.
My Crocs smell like Vegemite. Let's close with this. Does your boy Michael, does he still dig Lego?
Not as much, but I'm sure if you put a set in front of him, he could tear through it pretty quickly.
As a matter of fact, there's a guy in, we have another episode coming up of Spy Report Leesburg, where I go through our neighborhood website.
Very exciting.
Some man, a full-grown man, is selling his completed Star Wars Lego figures, and that doesn't sound creepy, does it?
Yeah.
Come to my house and buy my Legos.
I'll tell you what I do have here.
What's
and
that?
Thank you, Stephen Douglas McIntyre. I have a set from years ago that I believe is quite valuable. That
Is it the
that we're holding
Psycho
on to.
Fan Lego?
Stop. Come on now.
I know. Respect.
Stop it. He's fine. Please.
Is he?
I don't know.
I don't even know if he's with us.
Oh, God. Stop.
I know.
All right. Move on.
Let's close with this, Mike.
Yes.
A Lego, they built a working xylophone out of Legos. I think this is pretty cool. And I would challenge Michael to make this. This would be a great on-air sound generator for your studio.
Working xylophone completely made of Lego. Even the strings suspending each of the bars are a Lego piece that you can get, and the mallets are Lego rods with Lego tires. Each note has been perfectly tuned by adding small pieces of just the right weight to the underside, so that even though the bars appear the same size, they'll resonate at different frequencies.
Brilliant. Don't you want to have that?
So
you know
it's
what
not a
pisses
kit.
me off, though?
Ooh,
You know,
he
it's
made
getting excited. Jimmy effing Fallon's going to jump on that.
Yeah,
Really quickly.
yeah.
Hey, you got Lego? Hey, I'm cutie. I'm cutie boy. Yeah. That's, by the way, that's my only impression. You want to do it that way?
Jimmy Fallon, you are useless. Back to you, Mike.
Thank you. That's it. We got to get out of here. We'll be back tomorrow with a brand new episode, ladies and gentlemen. All right, I hesitate, but I'm going to say it anyway.
What?
Tomorrow, if you want to, send a limerick along. Send in your limerick overnight. Send it to Mike O'Mara. Look at him shaking his head. Why?
Oh, this is a bad idea.
They're all going to be AI generated.
Yep.
They are? Well,
Yeah.
let's see what happens. Send us your limericks. I'd like them anyway. We'll see what happens. Yes.
I'll tell you what, I don't want them to go to anybody's email. Put them on the Mike O'Mara show page.
Put them on the Mike O'Mara show page, but send them along. Let's see if we get some.
office box.
And don't forget, get your cabins. Stop it. We're winding down with the cabins for the cruise. So
Gotta
go ahead
do
and
it.
get your
Next couple
get your
days.
cruise cabins, and we'll tell you more as we get closer to the hard deadline. For Rob Spiewak and Josh Soroka, Mike O'Mara saying so long, everybody.
So long, folks.
Want more? Make sure you check out the Mike O'Mara Bonus Show. Get it at MikeO'MaraShow.com.
Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment.
Stripping down butt naked, bending over, all you could see was cellulite hanging in pubic hair.
It is all fun and games until someone gets herpes.